It's Monday the 16th of October. No, actually it's August, but it feels like October. Christine said she had no buckets, so going with the theme of the brushes, she's now got 10. Used them for taking the samples of oilseed rape out the wagons, and apparently we keep nicking them to calibrate the drill. So you can get 10 off Amazon for a reasonable price. The only thing I don't like about this, to be fair, is this like acoustical noise that like it's drumming. Yeah, if you pick the tick over up slightly, the idle speed, it stops. But this is quite good, this frame leveling, so if you watch, we can rock over with that switch. And it's like disabled access, it's like really low. Look, see how it's tilted over. Then you can take it the other way with this switch here. So it won't let me do it unless you sat on. Just flick it the other way. We used to have one like this that had side shift as well, that was quite handy. So now the step's really high. And it's rocked over the other way. It's quite handy just for like on uneven ground, keeping the bucket level. Got a little blob there you see to show you, it's like a spirit level. With the door open, you don't really get that drumming noise. It must just be the glass, sort of like vibrating and creating an air pressure noise. I definitely prefer the old joystick because the forwards and reverse on the front of this one, it just feels wrong because you can't see which way you're doing it. You have to do that with your finger on behind, whereas the other ones you can physically see forwards, reverse. This one you've just got to like guess it. So yeah, give me the old joystick any day. Just giving it a quick swill off. You wouldn't believe how much dust had accumulated over the last few days. It's only been here, I think, 4 days, and it just had like a layer of dust all over it. So it's off to another farm to do a demo, so just making sure it's clean. In the field with the crazy ram, retrieving the hay caps from around the weather station. We're going to lift them over the fence, and then the lads are going to take the caps off and then put them back round to stop it demolishing the weather station. He's just come running because he spotted Andrew picking them up. Look at it go! Hope you're not going to knock that weather station on when I move this bale. Nope, it's back over, it's just seen Andrew in the field. It's like Shaun the Sheep when the pigs chase after them. Has anyone got any mint sauce or a field that they want to keep people out because it's for sale? It's actually just butted the MERLO wheel. Look at it. It's going to eat the tyre. Look at it. I'm just sat waiting now for the ram to get bored and go to the other end of the field so we can open the gate and get out. It's also Dora Garen's birthday as well today, so happy birthday to him. And also I missed saying happy birthday to Jim Holland as well, whose birthday was on Saturday, so sorry about that, but happy birthday, belated birthday. And good luck to Jennifer Evans, who's starting university in Liverpool soon, I think in September. And if you want a ram to go to university with, there's one here. Would make a nice footstool in lectures. What are you doing there, you? It's got eyes like a crocodile. Looks big when it's on the wagon, doesn't it? Pardon? It looks big on the wagon. Mini MERLO loading some chip there. Fast track looking cool with its discs on. Lads are getting ready for the next load of concrete. Got a sample of milling wheat, just going to go up to mate John's and he's going to test it for me to see if it meets spec, because we didn't really grow it to meet spec, but if it does, all the better because there's a premium. So he'll put it in his machine, analyse it, and we'll see what it's like. Just been in the shop to get some biscuits for Johnny, because no doubt he'll put the kettle on when I get there, because it's not fit for anything, it's trying to rain again. But just seeing this headline for the Sun newspaper saying that we've got the 32 degrees heat waves coming. So by next week, I reckon the Daily Express will be reporting an Arctic blast and the worst winter on record on its way, because that's generally what happens this time of year.
Bricklayer's mate or something.
That slab of concrete's been done now, there's only a little bit left. And that's been done as well. So we've got like all this extra yard space that we never had. That one's pushing along for now because it looks tatty. And like I say, we're going to hopefully build a new one in the winter. But if we run out of stuff to do, that is. Fencing's here as well now to go up. It's been here for a bit, but that's going to go along there. Then we're going to put a row of trees into it. Got a motor home at the moment, I think that's on a changeover. So that'll be probably going out again tomorrow, I think. Simon's here for chip on his forest green 939, which looks mint. They just have like a presence fence. They just look like the powerful lighting. There's our one there, flail. Sam's been flailing around where we're sowing oilseed rape. When it stops raining, the seed arrives.
Backache over there. Glass back over there.
You don't need to hold it on an angle so it pushes it up the hill so it doesn't flow down the hill.
Just now doing my least favourite job. Mowing the next phase into the front flowers. I'm basically heading for the big ones, because they're going to flower for the least amount of time now because they're nearly dead. So I'll mow them ones down and then all the little young ones will be left.
Not got the drone today, so I'm sat on top of the roll bar on the mower trying to work out where I've just been so that I don't end up the paths merging. So what I'm going to do is just mow a trail all the way through, but then put some dead ends in, so that there'll be 10 questions for each junction. So I'm just trying to work out how many I've done and then where I can go to keep them dense. I'm trying to make use of the natural features of the sunflowers where they've grown a bit taller or where there's still some left to flower. I'm taking out all the big ones now because they'll only last a few days, and then all the little ones hopefully will keep blooming for a bit longer. So this will be the second field, but when people come they can visit the first field and the second field while they're here and do both. Just sat at the maze on the mower waiting for Ross to come with his drone to do a map because I've now mown the path. And someone's just come up, seeing me, so turned round, stopped at the gate and now taking pictures through the fence. Why don't they just buy a ticket and come? Last little bit of oilseed rape to go through the dryer. It really, just to sort of polish it up a little bit. Moisture was a bit high yesterday, it was 15 and it needs to be down to 9. That batch has been in a few hours now, that's nearly done. It'd be nice to get it all safely tucked up in the shed. I know it was kind of safe yesterday because we'd combined it and it wasn't going to fall on the floor in the field, but it's definitely better when it's dry. Bad news with the wheat, I took it up to John's, he did his test on it, and this is what we cut yesterday. It's not meeting milling spec, the protein's low on it, so if the protein was high, then the Hagbergs have got to be all right, and the Hagberg is basically how good a quality it'll make dough and bread and how much it'll rise. Anyway, so we didn't test for that because once we knew the protein was low, which is a rapid test, there wasn't any point in doing any more to it. So that is now feed, but it doesn't matter because the yield isn't too bad. So I've still hopefully got the best to cut. Today's just been a nothing day because it's basically been 1 minute it's raining, 1 minute it's blowing. Well, it's been blowing all day to be fair, but the sun comes out for 30 seconds and then we get drizzle again. So we've not got any harvest done at all today. We've not got any straw turn, I've not got any spraying done. All we've really achieved productive is laying a bit of concrete and mowing the new maize. That's just going off nicely now. It's been laid about 3 or 4 hours. And then the ramp as well is kind of done. It's quite difficult concrete on a slope because you've got to get it, if it's too runny, it tries to fall down. I know you can't really see, but there is a slope on that. So we have to wait for it to go off a little bit before we can tamp it to get it to the right. sort of angle without it all flooding off and over that curb into the car park. Loads of people are asking when the new bateman's coming. I believe it's pretty much finished. It's just, like I say, they had a slight problem with the wheels. Anyway, that should be sorted very soon. So hopefully in the next week or two we'll see it. But it's like the fast track. We want to really register it in the 1st of September. So it's not really much point in it turning up at the moment. So maybe it'll be ready to turn up just before the 1st of September, and then we'll be able to get out and use it. Little quiz question for you here. Does anyone know what that is? What it's off? There's a clue. Also, what's the weather been like with you today? Have you had rain? Have you had this funny drizzle falling out of the sky? Or have you been able to get on and do some combining? Or have you, whatever you were doing, you know, whatever your job is. Don't forget, if you're a new subscriber, tell me where you're watching from. Thanks to all the new subscribers. You can subscribe over here if you've not already. You can watch another video there. Don't forget to click like if you watched it all the way to the end as well, and then YouTube will show it other people. Thank you everyone that has been watching to the end. You've made it. And also, how are you feeling today? I'm about 70%. I've had better weekends, quite frustrated with the weather, a few other things going on as well, which we don't want to bore you in the video. But how are you feeling as a percent?